Hey, how's everyone doing? I've got some really nice rocks I'd like to share with you today. But first off, I'd like to start with a short history lesson. I'm in Essex County, Massachusetts, just north of Boston. This area was inhabited by Puritans since the 1630s on. Now, I believe these rocks are all carved by Native Americans, and they carved them to document the people they came into contact with and the events they witnessed. And I think what these first two here are female Puritans wearing bonnets, and then we have male Puritans wearing hats. And then the middle row are two schooners. That's right, I said schooners. Sailing ships. That's right. And then the last two, the back two, are tall ships. I know you're going to call me crazy, but that's what they witnessed coming up and down the coast, bringing goods from the West Indies, all to the new colonies. Now this first rock, it's a male Puritan. He's wearing a hat, and you can see the hat comes to a point back there. Here's the brim. Look at the definition in the hat. There's a cut right there. Really nice example. And then he's got a face that goes off to the left. You can see an eye, a nose, and a mouth, a chin. And the very bottom of the rock comes to a point. That's his neck. Now you can see a whole mouthful of teeth. That's a male Puritan wearing a hat with a well-defined face. Now this next rock's also a male Puritan. He's got the same hat, comes to a point. You got to cut in the middle of the rock to give it definition in the hat. Here's the brim. And his face points to the right. You can see an eye, a nose, a mouth, even a tooth. You can see teeth in his mouth. Side of the face, there's a really high spot in the rock, and it's actually got some black paint going across it. That's a male Puritan wearing a hat. Look at the definition in the eye, the nose, the mouth. Now this next rock is a female Puritan. You can see the bonnet wraps around her head. The cut in the middle of the rock is for definition right there. It looks really nice. Her face is poking out of the bonnet. It's a nice example of a female Puritan in a bonnet. Now this next rock is also a female. She's wearing a bonnet. You can see the bonnet wraps around her head. In the back of the rock, they left kind of rough and higher for looking like it's the edges of the bonnet. It's the frills of the bonnet. And then you can see her face points to the right. You can see an eye, a nose, and a mouth that's cut out. Really nice example. Most of the females in bonnets are all just with a nose poking out. This is the first one I have with a full face. You can clearly see the eye, the nose, and the mouth. Really nice example. So that's the males and that's the females that the Native Americans would have come into contact with. Now this is a schooner. The bow of the ship is on the right. It comes to a point, you can see that. The stern is on the left and it's flat, much wider than the bow. Then you have the hull of the ship, and this is the sail. Look at the cuts in the sail right here to make it look like it's under sail, that it's under, there's waves or wind pushing it. It's really proportionately correct. On the bottom, it's flat, so when you set it down on a flat surface, it sits up perfect. It really is a piece of art. That's a schooner ship. The boom goes over to the left side of the ship, which is everything is correct. That's what's amazing. Now this next one is also a schooner ship. You see the bow right there on the left comes to a point. There's the stern on the right, much wider. And then you have the hull of the ship and the sail. Look at that. Again, it's proportionately correct. It's accurate in the depiction of the sailboat or sail ship. Now this next rock is a tall ship. Here's the bow of the ship, comes to a point. Here's the stern on the left side, much wider. And then you have the hull of the ship. And then the sails. Look at the definition in the sails, so it looks like it's under sail. That is a really nice example of a tall ship. Now it's also a story rock. There's a face right there. Here's an eye, a nose. Here's the mouth, chin. But it's a really nice tall ship. Now this next rock is also a tall ship. Here's the bow. On the left-hand side, it comes to a point. The stern's on the right. Look at how much wider it is. Here's the hull of the ship, and then here's your sails. Your forward sail, your aft sail. That's a really nice example of a tall ship. Again, it's proportionately correct, and it depicts it accurately. Now, this is what the Native Americans would have seen going up and down the coast, pulling into the port of Salem. Now, this rock is also a story rock. When I flip this rock over, there's a face right here. There's a hairline. Here's an eyebrow. There's an eye that's well defined. And here's your nose and a mouth. Well-defined face on that side. Not so much on that one. And then when I look on the other side, this is a face of an animal. It's top of a head. Here's an eye, the nose, the mouth. This half of the rock is some type of animal. Okay. And then when we flip the rock one more time, look at the face that develops there. Maybe this is the captain of the ship. Top of the head, here's your eye, your big nose, the mouth, the chin. That is crazy. I believe these rocks were all carved by Native Americans, documenting the events that they witnessed. These tall ships coming into Salem. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.